The spoilers for Boruto chapter 56 are in. We just saw the finale of Ishiki vs Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, and Sasuke, and now we're getting the new enemy who was teased at the end of the last chapter, Code, who we find out in this spoilers, Code is an android, and he's like stronger than even Jigen was. And not only was he an android, but apparently there's this army of androids that are just as strong as him, if not more powerful, hidden away somewhere. This is the new arc of Boruto. There's gonna be possibly some mass extinction of all the ninjas. Like, if you can imagine Jigen times like 100, I don't know how many of these other artificial cyborgs there actually is, but maybe this is the reason for the end of the ninjas. Like, maybe they just straight up like wipe out humanity or something like that. But let's dive into the spoilers courtesy of Organic Dinosaur. So first things first, Kawaki's arm has been restored to normal functionality by Amado. Shikamaru has determined that Team 7 should no longer participate in missions. I guess it's too risky, it's too reckless, considering they have so much on the line. Kawaki suggests that Boruto should implant his karma onto Code so that he could reincarnate. So, okay, that doesn't really make too much sense to me. Like, first of all, the karma is Momoshiki's, so wouldn't Momoshiki reincarnate, not Boruto? If Boruto has the ability to put that karma onto someone else that he could reincarnate, that'd be pretty nasty. But then what would happen to Momoshiki, right? So I'm wondering, like, maybe was Kawaki just wrong about this? Is this a mistranslation? What happens to Momoshiki if Boruto is able to put his karma on someone else? I don't even think that any of the vessels could move their own karma onto someone else. That seemed to be only an ability of the Otsutsuki themselves. So we learn a lot about Code, who is like the next major villain of this series. Code was the only other kid to have survived Jigen's baptism, aside from Kawaki. So as we know, Jigen was trying to put his karma, I guess, on a bunch of other people, or testing them, torturing them, trying to figure out who could become his next vessel, and none of his test subjects survived except for Kawaki. That is why he is the vessel. But Code also has a karma, but it's a white karma. I guess because he's a cyborg or an android, not sure which terminology it is, the karma didn't work properly. Maybe you can't reincarnate like through a machine or something like that. But essentially, like, what he got was he got all the karma powers, he just can't become a vessel. So he gets all the weaponry attributes, the superpowers, the probably like teleportation, all sorts of stuff like that, but he's not a vessel. So he has like all of the good and none of the bad. He's like Blade. So automatically this new foe is seemingly like just super OP. So we knew about that, but as Amado goes on, he says that Code is the only cyborg who was modified by Amado with a limiter in order to suppress his overwhelming powers. Amado has made many other cyborgs who surpassed Jigen's powers. However, Jigen ordered him to dispose of them, but Code was not disposed of due to his loyalty to Jigen and admiration of the Otsutsuki. Boro secretly stored away all the other cyborgs instead of letting them get destroyed. Code directly asks Bug for a cyborg named Ada, who apparently knows everything about this world. So I don't know how many cyborgs many other cyborgs are, but we're at least getting 2 cyborgs now, androids. Like, kind of think of like androids 17 and 18 when they came, you know, how strong they were compared to everybody else. I'm kind of getting those vibes here now. Now the thing is, if Amado created the cyborgs, then like maybe he knows some sort of way to defeat them. Maybe he's got like some password or some self-destruct button inside of them or something like that, some sort of fail-safe. But in any case, Amado's like really sneaky. I'm starting to really get these like strange vibes from him. Like, is he the master of strings? Is he the one who's like playing everybody? Like he said he wanted to stop Ishiki, but like he had these androids which were more powerful. I mean, why didn't he just rile up all these cyborgs and just defeat Ishiki or Jigen when he had the chance, right? So like there's something that Amado's not telling us. I think it's pretty clear. He's like very suspicious and reserved. Like he gives out information when he wants to, but it's clear this guy knows like so much, like too much. We're also gonna get to see Code activate his karma and his fingers turn into like Wolverine claws when he activates his karma. So he should pretty much just have like the same powers that Kawaki had when he had karma, and potentially some of Ishiki's powers. So he's probably going to be able to nullify any kind of jutsus, but we'll have to see. I mean, he has this limiter, I'm assuming that at some point in this saga his limiter is going to get removed and he's just going to be like just so OP. Does he have like infinite chakra like the androids from Dragon Ball Z, like, you know, infinite stamina and stuff like that? I mean, that's a possibility as well. But I don't know, I get a sour taste in my mouth from an android or cyborg being stronger than, like, you know, Otsutsuki, especially Ishiki, who was like one of the, you know, leaders of the Otsutsuki. It's kind of like when Android 17 and 18 came and they're like stronger than Super Saiyan Vegeta, and you're just like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, how could a robot be stronger than a Super Saiyan? But I digress. That's what Kishimoto is writing now. This is all Kishimoto, by the way. As he's taken over the Boruto manga, this is the direction he wants to take it. Naruto calls on a 5-cage summit to share the intel with everyone about this new threat, about this army of cyborgs that are just absolutely bonkers strong. And maybe, are we gonna get a 4th Great Ninja War? Now that would be pretty cool. I mean, the Great Ninja War in Naruto Shippuden, for me, that was like by far the highlight of the entire series, mostly because I love Madara, but there was so much other epic stuff in there with the old Hokage coming back and everything, Guy opening the 8 gates, all of the tail beasts coming out, Jubi like blasting everything. I mean, I absolutely loved the Great Ninja War, the 3rd Great Ninja War. So possibly here, could there be a 4th? How many androids are there? Is Naruto gonna try and prepare everyone for this new threat? And then the final thing that happens is Boruto wants to start his training so he can defeat Code. So they're very aware of the new threat. Boruto's obviously gonna get some upgrades. And my question is, like, where is the time skip gonna come in? Because I think it was Kishimoto, or it might have been the former editor, said we're getting closer to that point, but like, we really don't seem anywhere closer to that point unless, like, it is another Great Ninja War or something like that, or like maybe all these androids come out, they're super powerful, they just like destroy all the ninjas, and then maybe, you know, only Boruto and Kawaki are left at that point, and it's in the future, and that's why like everything's destroyed. Maybe those cyborgs are still alive, or maybe not. Maybe Boruto took them all out. Maybe Boruto like left. As Momoshiki said to Boruto, those blue eyes are gonna take everything from you. Maybe all the androids come out and they just like destroy everything. And Boruto has to like watch everything get destroyed, and he leaves and he goes on, he like trains for however X amount of years before he comes back and he starts taking out these cyborgs one by one. That could potentially happen. Like, could this be the final arc before the time skip? With Naruto and Sasuke having such huge nerfs now and being like, they're pretty, I mean, they're not, like, Sasuke's not that weak. I mean, he's still got the Mangekyo Sharingan, so like, he's still pretty strong. And Naruto, you know, he's got the Uzumaki powers, so we could see him do some sort of stuff like his mother did with like those chains and everything. So they're still both potentially pretty strong, but I mean, they took massive nerfs to their character, and now they're gonna fight against an army of cyborgs with potentially like unlimited chakra, who are stronger than Jigen, which, I don't know, it's a little bit of a wonky writing to me. Hopefully there's a better explanation. Like, how did Amado make all these cyborgs that are stronger than Jigen, right? And not only that, you have the top android who has a limiter on him, and he's got Ishiki's karma on him, and when he gets that limiter removed, he's just gonna be like even stronger than Ishiki. So like, what are you gonna do now with a nerfed Naruto and Sasuke? Also, Kawaki doesn't have his karma anymore, but he's still like 80% Otsutsuki, whatever that means. He's somehow still able to activate his powers. We saw at the end of the last chapter that he and Boruto were able to work together to create a time-space portal and go back to the Leaf Village. So potentially like something is gonna happen here. Kawaki's gotta gain his full karma again somehow. I don't know who it's gonna be from. It's not gonna be Boruto, because Boruto also has his karma still in that opening scene. So maybe Kawaki gets Code's karma, and that's how he has it, you know, in the beginning of this series. Would that ever bring back Ishiki, or is Ishiki's soul just like gone? So many questions still, but it's pretty interesting to see like how they're bringing in this new villain. I was thinking like, I mean, what other villain could they bring in next, right? Like, they're gonna bring in more Otsutsuki, or they're just gonna kind of continue the path of the Otsutsuki here on Earth, and that seems what they're gonna do. But Code being a cyborg with karma, with an army of cyborgs, arguably as strong if not stronger, I don't know what everybody's gonna do. My guess is it's gonna be a 4th Great Ninja War. That might boost hype for the series quite a bit. I mean, I certainly will be okay with that. I don't think anybody else would not enjoy a 4th Great Ninja War coming in here for Boruto. But the chapter is going to be out in a couple days, so I'll keep you guys updated with some more videos. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you very, very soon for the next one.